strangers. I've never done this before, but I've been wanting to. So this is my elevator testimony about what happened to me in 2016. And the reason why I'm sharing is because it's just so evident that I should share. One of the reasons is it happened to another family member, or I call him my family, but we lost one of our boys that we used to minister to this weekend from a motorcycle accident. So I feel like I should it's time to share this publicly, because I do a lot of things where people have heard pieces of my testimony, and obviously people in my inner circle see that I'm still hurting and grieving. So I just wanted to put this out there. I don't know what God's doing with it, but I know I'm supposed to share. Again, this morning I sat down to have my quiet time, and then right here for my devotion, I'll show you. Why all the trouble? Oh, back to me. So if you know me, it's kind of a joke that sometimes everything, like when it rains, it pours. Well, the short version of 2016 was I lost my job 2 weeks before Christmas, where and it was a wonderful place that I loved, but they said they couldn't afford me for teaching in that school, and so I began 2016 without a job. And then I found out that my youngest daughter, who was 3 at the time, was still having major headaches, and I just felt this in my spirit that I had to keep searching for what was wrong, and eventually we found a grape-sized tumor behind her right eye. So in May, she had surgery. And then there were more job changes, but this time for my husband, and, you know, just sucker punch, sucker punch. I mean, it was just raining on us. And anyway, then in 2016 of October, I, out of nowhere, had this major car accident. And I say major because it was major, but it was not a scratch on me, and thankfully not a scratch on my children, but emotionally and physically I changed completely, forever. And that's hard to say, forever. But you know, there's been some beautiful things that so far have happened from my accident, and I don't even know all the amazing things that are happening because I only get to see one side of it, and I know God will show me what's happening on the other side. So my name is Jennifer, and in 2016 I was in a terrible car accident. I caused a fatality for another person. It was just a normal day. I was making a left-hand turn, and three children lost their daddy. People lost a brother. Veterans lost a war buddy that survived fighting for our country, and then lost his life on a motorcycle. Lots of things have happened, how I've grown anyway in the last 8 months. But not a day goes by that I don't think about that day, that moment where I tried to step in as a first responder and had no idea what I was doing. School teacher, right? But I share this video with you because, you know, this weekend, one of our boys that we ministered to, that I knew as a kid, lost his life in a motorcycle accident. And I know some of our boys are hurting from that. And I take that on as I'm that face of that person, the other driver. And I know I'm not. I mean, I didn't cause all the accidents of the world, right? But the enemy, the liar, will try to tell me that I am one of those faces. So I want to share my testimony, and I don't know how to do it. So I'm hoping you guys can help me. I don't know if I should do a vlog or a blog or like what I'm doing right now. I just decided to jump out there and do this, so I'm sorry, and this is oversharing. But anyway, God has shown me something huge and incredible about how the body of Christ came together to totally support my family and love on us unconditionally, which was amazing. God showed me what it was like to receive grace from people. I'm still in the process of forgiving myself, and I pray someday I'll get to ask for forgiveness to the family whom I hurt. You know, that's like huge for me. I want to know that they're okay, you know? So, but I want to share that people who have caused accidents like mine know that they're not alone, because that's one of the biggest lies I had to overcome. You know, I'm not alone in this world, and God has provided miracles to tell me that, and I would like to share that with other people too. And two, I hope that I can help someone who's grieving the loss of a family member realize that we're impacted too, and that we would do anything to retrace our steps. And, you know, maybe I should have taken a right turn instead of left turn, or talked just a little bit longer with my friend before leaving and pulling out of her driveway that day. So anyway, if you have any suggestions on how I could help someone else with this process, or how to share this testimony, would you message me? And if you have anyone in your family that has ever been hurt like this, maybe they're grieving the loss of a friend from a motorcycle accident, or maybe they were the driver and they're struggling because there are just layers of attack when you've experienced something like this. So give them my information. I would love to reach out to them, and we can pray together, and we can navigate this, you know, unknown territory together. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and bye.